everybody, it's JBabypc. We have not made a video on this channel in quite a while, especially an NBA video. Just haven't made one. Think I'm gonna get back into the thing of things. So I want to start. Been watching a lot of basketball lately, and thought I'd start out. I'm gonna give you the top 12 players. Originally, I was gonna make it a top 10. I just couldn't do it. It was quite difficult. We'll just say that. I mean, the league's got a lot of talent. You look around, there's a lot of talent in the league. Okay? I mean, you got the players who've been established. You got the new players. You got some of the players who've been established. Like, they getting a little older, like the LeBrons, KDs, Curry. You got the young dudes coming up. Like, it's getting jumbled up. The West is, you know what I'm saying? Team success, all of it is so up and down. Kevin Durant, they can't leave. They're getting swept, and then they look at number one. So it's so up and down. Players injured, Kawhi, Zion, like before they were injured, now they're, healthy. Seemingly so. But let me just get into this. I'm going to give you the top 12 NBA players. All right. Number one, let's start off. It's Giannis. I won't hear any other arguments. There isn't any other arguments to be made. The best player in the league is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think you said that right. He's the best player in the league. I mean, he's dominant. I mean, he's got the ring. He's got MVPs. He's got it all. Like his little mid-range fade, like that mess it goes in. It's a reliable shot now. Like it's a reliable shot. Now ain't no KD, but it's a reliable shot. Like going to the basket, it's unstoppable. The Bucks are a machine. Middleton goes out. Drew Holiday, it don't even matter. He'll make Brook Lopez look like, you know what I'm saying? He done extended Brook Lopez for a long time. Brook Lopez is a good player too, but the Bucks are always going to be it regardless. Who Drew Holiday could go out, it don't even matter tomorrow. He's unstoppable going to the basket. I mean, defensively, he's great. So there really isn't any other argument. Like, the best combination of offensive and defensive player is Giannis. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's just what it is. And he's so dominant, he can lead a team to championships and will contend for championships every year for the whole prime of his career, pretty much. He's going to be in there regardless of who. It don't even matter. There's no teams that are out there stopping him, really. All right, let's go. Number two. See, after number one, I feel like it gets a little, like, even then, it gets like a little, just a opinion. I don't know. It's not even an opinion. I ain't going to give them just opinion. Number two is Luka Doncic. I mean, obviously, we just saw him put up 60, 20, and 10 against the Knicks. I don't know how you allow anyone to do that besides James Harden. I mean, he didn't get 20 rebounds, but, close enough. Whatever. But this is whole prior. I thought Luka Doncic was the second best player in the year. Probably since the last playoffs or whatever, when they beat the Sun, did what they did. Like, Dallas is not even a good team. Like, they're not even a good team. It's Luka, like Spencer Dinwiddie, Christian Wood, like Tim Hart. Like, they don't have a good team. It's the Luka Doncic show. Now we'll see how far the Luka Doncic show can get you. How far you can get it when Luka Doncic has the ball every single play. Similar to the James Harden thing. A lot of people just hate James Harden and they love Luka. Don't really, they play similar. They play similar. So, have the same thing, but offensively, now Luka isn't a great defensive player. So that's why there could be a little room for that, but I don't think it really matters. Because he's a horrible defensive player. Luka puts in no effort and is not a defensive his offense is just so good. And he's a one-man offense that it overwhelms it. There is no one guarding Luka Doncic. There is nobody guarding Luka Doncic. There's nobody who's a better offensive player in the league. It doesn't exist. He can run. He can play make for everybody. Everybody just stand there and let Luka do his thing, and Luka's just gonna do his thing. He's gonna hit shot like. He beat the Suns last year. Like, they're only going to go so far this year. But as an individual player, Luka Doncic is the second best player in the NBA. I'm going to give that to him because, he's produced results. Like, And it's not just that he's just so offensive in regular season. He's produced results. Now, he has lost to the Clippers a couple times, but he's been carrying those. He was carrying those teams. And now they're missing Brunson. Now they're missing, and they still hang in there. Luka Doncic is the second best player in the league, a generational player. Number 3, it's getting cooking. All right, it's getting cooking. Jokic. Now look at me. I was you guys know on this channel, I was on the Embiid over Jokic thing for years. I have always been an Embiid up to now. Up to this year, I've been, Embiid's better than Jokic. I don't want to, nuh-uh. Jokic is the third best player in the league. It's ridiculous. Like, the stuff he did, he's the best passer in the NBA, regardless of position. There is no better passer in the NBA. I love LeBron. I love whoever you want to call. Chris Paul, I don't care who you want to call. Trae Young, it doesn't even matter. Jokic is the best passer in the NBA. And offensively, he hits everything. He just hits all the shot. Every one of those little hook shot, like bam, go in. The little funky mid-ranges where he don't jump and just throw it over his head, goes in. He's a super one-man offense. And he's mobile, like he can move. Like I've been seeing him go coast to coast, I don't know how many times. He can move. He's a big dude who can really, really move. So, defensively, he's not, but look the offense to defense, it's not 50-50, bro. This is what the league is. It's not 50-50, bro. It's not 50-50. Obviously, he has 2 MVPs already. Might get a third. It's not even that arguable, to be honest. Like, the stuff speaks for itself. But I'm on the Jokic over Embiid thing, and he's the third best player in the league. Number 4. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, you are number 4 best player in the league. He's hurt as of right now, and we've seen the Warriors struggle. I think the Warriors played pretty good the last 2 games, but they've struggled mightily prior to that. Steph's gravity, like, Jordan Poole is nice. Don't get me wrong. But Warriors don't have it like that. They got the young dudes, Kuminga, and they're not ready yet. Those players aren't ready yet. Klay Thompson isn't what he was. Like, it's Curry. It's Curry. Coming off a championship, it's Curry, bro. Offensive gravity is ridiculous. As we know, off ball, on ball, whatever. His accolades speak for themselves. He's one of the greatest point guards of all time, and he's still averaging 37 and 7. On elite shooting still. Curry has that type of gravity and has made that dynasty. Obviously, they wouldn't get KD, but Curry's been the guy, and he still was the guy. Validated that afterwards, and he still hasn't. He's not missed a beat at all. So number 5, ex-teammate Kevin Durant. Now, some people, there's a lot of people who are ready to push out. The people who are getting a little older, there's a lot of people ready to push out, let's say, LeBron, Kevin Durant. Curry hasn't really gotten pushed out by a lot of people, but they're trying to push them out and get new guys in, to be honest. And they're going to underrate some of the older players now. Now they're getting to a point where they're getting a little bit underrated, right? Kevin Durant is one of them. The second best scorer in the NBA. That's fair to say. I'm going to give... No. The best scorer in the NBA is Kevin Durant. Luka is the best offensive player. The best scorer in the league is still Kevin Durant. Everything's money. Every mid-range, there's no weakness in his game. Defensively, he's good. He's good. He's not great. He's good. And everything else there's nothing he can't do on the court. 7 feet, can't be guarded. Hitting 56% from the field, 3, it don't even matter. And they're I think the 1 seed now, the 1 or the 2 seed, and they're leading the charge. They're finally a little bit healthy. You know what I'm saying? Can kind of get stuff going, and he's the leader of that team, and he's Kevin Durant, brothers. All right, number 6, The sixth best player in the NBA is Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, you are number 6 in the league. Joel Embiid this year has been really underrated. I know he missed a little bit of time, but underrated. The dude's averaging 33, and nobody even knows it. The MVP, he's not even put in those conversations. I know he's missed a little bit of time. He averages 33, and like nobody even blinks an eye anymore. Like, he is unstoppable. Like, there is no guard for Joel Embiid. It doesn't exist. Offensively, defensively, he's great on both ends. I mean, can draw fouls at the best level in the league. Mid range, got some handle for a big. Mid range, post ups, can hit threes at a efficient rate. Like, there is nothing he can't do offensively and defensively. Philly's also another underrated team. James Harden's been really good. People just don't fully believe. They've been mixed and maxy. They haven't really seen it, and they partially don't believe in some of their players. There's not a lot of Tobias Harris fans, and there's a lot of people who classify James Harden as a choker when it comes to the playoffs. And some people even classify Embiid as that. So we'll see what happens, but Embiid, I mean, he's been, in that MVP conversation the last couple of years. He's been right there, number 2, like, you know what I'm saying? He's been right there. Number 7, gosh, there's a long video. Tatum. All right. Jason Tatum, you are number 7. He's the, not the newest. You can't really say the newest. And there's a little bit, some people even have Tatum above Kevin Durant because they swept him last year. Tatum is super good. Tatum is super good. They're the best team, arguably the best team in the NBA right now. He could have a little variability. In terms of 5, 6, 7. He's right in that 5, 6, 7 range. Like, some people have him at 5. I wouldn't put him above Curry. I don't think anyone really would. But offensively and defensively, again, he's very good. He's been a super leader on that team. He's helped that team stay, like, they're straight now. Him and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's been very good. Originally, I was like, maybe I'll take Brown over Tatum. No, Tatum's the man over there. Off, like, scoring bag. He got that forward scoring bag. Like, he's got it. Like, whatever you need offensively and defensively, like, he can do it. He's an unselfish player and really has an arsenal on offense. So, like, and on-ball, off-ball defense is really good, to be honest. So, he's leading that charge. They've been a really good team. Tatum deserves a lot of credit. He's in that MVP conversation. Some would say the front runner for that. But he's elite, and I will say that's the first one where there's variability. He could be 5 to 7 depending on this year, and some people will have him above KD. That's arguable. I won't say there's an argument. I'm saying they couldn't be swayed, but that's where I'm going to have Tatum at, number 7. Number 8, I wrote someone else down at the first, and then I was like, all right, Anthony Davis, you're number 8. Defensively, you're one of the best defensive players in this league, sir. One of the best defensive players in the league. Offensively, you showed on that run you had where you was just killing people after everybody been waiting for you to be more aggressive, be the guy. Everyone was prime, be the guy. He had that run where he was the guy out there, and people remember. There's some people, I'm not gonna say who they is. Some people had Anthony Davis out the top 10, 15. Some people had him out the top 15, like he wasn't a top 15 player prior to that. So there's a lot of people who just switched up like this. Anthony Davis ain't nothing, and immediately was, Anthony Davis is a god. Is he top 5? Like, there was a lot of people that switched up. Just like the people who switched up on Kawhi, they gonna come back eventually. He's hurt. He can't be. And then Kawhi's gonna do stuff, and then y'all are gonna switch up like nothing happened. That's just what y'all do. Anthony Davis. So, I mean, we've seen what Anthony Davis has done, and without Anthony Davis, they just going to fall apart. Like, offense, like, yeah, they just going to fall apart. He's up there as a combination of the best offensive defensive player, right up there with Giannis. Injuries also play a factor, and just sometimes aggressiveness and all of that. Anthony Davis, you're number 8. Number 9. This is where it's gonna get right. I want to hear opinions on this. Number 9. This 9 through 12 is gonna get a little rocky. This is observations. What I've seen this year. Damian Lillard, you're number 9. This isn't even observation. This is just resume. Like resume. The players below him, I just can't put them above him in reality. Some people already say John Morant. In reality, I can't put John Morant above Damian Lillard, because if they were matched up and I just said, oh, this is the playoff game, if they were matched up, give me Damian Lillard every time. Like, I love John Morant. He does some incredible things, but that's Damian Lillard, bro. Damian Lillard is close. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry light. Now, I'm not even going to disrespect him by saying Steph Curry light, but he can obviously offensively carry it all. And like I said, offensive defense, and he's not a liability where they're just going at Dame every play. So, I mean, one of the clutchest players, if not the clutchest player in the NBA, is Damian Lillard. Hit it from anywhere, often, like, and it's been a winner, bro. He's a winner. I don't care about championship. He's been a winner. He's been a winner his whole career. All right, number 10. It's gonna get dicey. This is gonna get dicey. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You are a top 10 player. You are number 10. Now, recency bias. Man, and I'm going to, I might have missed somebody on this list. But not right now. Shai, you're top 10. Obviously he's been getting his flowers this year. Shai's been my favorite player in the league to watch for a couple years now. Shai's been my favorite. So there's slight bias, but there's not really, honestly. Like, he's averaging 32, like 6 and 6, over a steal and a half, over a block, like on an incredible efficiency, like in terms of creation, and Shai over Devin Booker. That's what I believe. Devin Booker's a great. Now let me just get into this because I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, you got him over Devin Booker." Devin Booker's a great get to your spots guy. He's one of the best in the league. Of just get to your spots outside of who? Kevin Durant, like a DeMar DeRozan, like people who just get to their spots. Devin Booker's up there with the best of them. So he can score and he can put up 60 points. He can score like a mug, and I mean he carries a lot of responsibility on that team. But I think in terms of pretty much everything else, defensively, playmaking, let's just say craftiness, let's say efficiency. I think a lot of those things Shai passes him, and obviously, I mean scoring. I mean Devin Booker's put up the super 55, 60 points. He's had some moments this year, but Shai's scoring better than him. I think he averages like Devin Booker averages like 28, 29. Shai's at like 31, 32. So I mean, in terms of consistency with that, like Shai's shown it. So I'm of full belief that. And don't just give me, oh, well, he's on the front. Like, he's carrying those Thunder's team. They're never out of it. The Thunder are never out of a game. They're never out of a game. I've seen them come back from 20, I don't know how many times. So, I'm going with Shai, and I believe that. I really believe that. I think there's a little more support for that now. I believe that. Number 11, another one. Zion. You're number 11. Zion, like, for reals, he's unstoppable. He's an unstoppable player. Like, you're pretty much, like I said, I was watching the game, I was thinking exactly what D-Lo was thinking. Like, oh my gosh. He's playing football out there. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do with him. He's so good at finishing all those. Like, you already know he's going to finish with his left hand. It doesn't even matter. Because he's playing football out there. He is so physical and so aggressive. If he decides to go to the basket, you are at his will. There's no NBA player. Like, maybe a Giannis could go up there and stand him. There's so few of them that 2 and 3 play. You couldn't even guard him with 2. They got dudes packed the paint. It doesn't even matter. that first guy is not even there. He's going to get one bump and he's out of the way. He's going to get one bump and he's completely just out of the play. And all you can do is foul. If he decides to go to the basket, he is going to go to the basket. And if you're either going to foul or he's going to score. There's no in between. There is no in between. So, like, he is an unstoppable player. It doesn't really matter who you... They were trying to throw anyone and everyone they could. It was just... I just got to foul, bro. I just got to foul, or I'm just going to get ran over every single play. Like, it's ridiculous. He is playing football out there, and he's unstoppable. Straight up. He's unstoppable. The Pelicans are going to do big things, and I think they're a good matchup for pretty much anybody. Pretty much anybody, I would pick them. The Clippers, I think experience, that wouldn't be the best matchup for them. But outside of that, I like them against Memphis. I like them against a lot of teams. Jokic would be a problem for them. The Nuggets. Those are the kind of teams I like. But Zion, he's unstoppable, bro. For reals. Number 12, I'm gonna give him Ja Morant. Ja Morant. Now this is a little bit dicey. You could have Ja. You could have Devin Booker in there. You could have LeBron right there. And I wanted to put LeBron early. I just couldn't do it. Because if I said, like, dang, these guys are a little more forceful, a little more, like, they young, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're ready for that. So I'm gonna give it to Ja. I mean, I really like the Memphis team too. I really like their Memphis team. Don't know how they lost to the Suns without half their team, but yeah, Ja Morant. I mean, he's one of the most dynamic players in the league. Little baby AI out there. I mean, one of the best jumpers in the league. Handles, can get to the basket at will, and it's really helped create a cult. Like, not create. They didn't create it though. They really didn't create that culture. That was grit and grind, and they kind of resurrected it and, you know, turned it into something a little bit different, a little cooler, a little that. But the Memphis culture has already been there. Culture in the league is so important. That's how so many teams can bounce back so quick. Like, yeah, they have some talent. Yeah, they do, but it's culture, and Ja Morant is like the setter of that, and he's one of those. He's one of them. You know what I mean? He's one of them. This was a long video. This is a long video. But that's the top 12 players in the NBA currently. I want to hear y'all opinions. I know it gets a little... Man, once you get past... I think the top 7, everybody's going to have the top 7. After that, it gets a little bit dicey. I think Lillard deserves the top 10 spot regardless. But Anthony Davis kind of gets his credit. After that, it gets real dicey. So I do want to hear y'all opinions on this. And who y'all got, man. Alrighty, JBabypc, we out, baby.